Stoke Reviews. Today we're doing brewery review, episode 15. Today we're going to be reviewing Lawson's Finest Liquids. Definitely like to acknowledge the panel I got here today, and we have a panel member who doesn't have a Lawson's Finest Liquids beer, but he's a great beer community supporter. And I believe he hasn't had Lawson's before, but we definitely like to get input on other people's opinions, even if you haven't had their product. We're going to be pulling up the websites. We're going to be looking at the beers we brought today from this brewery. So yeah, definitely like to acknowledge the panel we got here today. Bumpy Road Brewery. Cheers to you, man. Alex, the Beermaster. Cheers, Alex.
Cheers. Thanks for letting me join.
Cheers, beer man.
Cheers. Cheers.
And we got Last Beer. Josh. Cheers, Josh. All right. So, yeah, we'll go around the panel, and everybody can present what they got today from Lawson's Finest Liquids. We'll start with
I'm so glad I'm first.
It's like an examination.
Yeah,
Look
right.
at this, Alex. We're all doing a collaboration brew.
I know, it's true. Let's do Bumpy.
So let's talk about this Lawson's Finest Liquids. They are out of Stratford, Connecticut. I thought they were out of Vermont.
I thought
That's
they
what
were
I
too,
thought.
maybe not.
That's what they were.
I think they have a couple different locations. So Stratford, Connecticut's one of them. They are out of Vermont. I know that.
You're sure.
They
Because
started.
that's what you told me, Bumpy. That's why I know.
So Lawson's Finest Liquids, Sip of Sunshine IPA is what I'm bringing. It's 8%. So 8%, you can call it a double IPA. They just call it an IPA. It says our lupulin Latin India Pale Ale is packed with juicy tropical fruit character, bright floral aromas, and delectable layers of hop flavor. Pour mindfully, inhale deeply, and enjoy a tropical vacation in a glass. I feel like I should start talking like that guy from, I think it's the, was it the Red Roof Inn or whatever? Motel 6.
We'll leave the light on for Tom Bodette.
Yes, Tom Bodette.
Leave the light on for you.
Yeah.
Lawson's Finest Liquids is a family-owned and award-winning brewery, taproom, and retail store located in the Mad River Valley of Vermont.
Know it all,
Sip
Bumpy.
of Sunshine
Told ya.
IPA is brewed by Lawson's Finest Liquids in Stratford, Connecticut at Two Roads Brewing Company.
Oh,
No wonder. Oh, no wonder. Two roads too many. That's what I say. But yeah, that's the can art on this. It does look fantastic. This beer did have huge hype around it years ago. Hello,
Damn.
So yeah, years ago, this was one of those like beers that you couldn't find. You had to wait around for stores to have them, and basically they bring in like a pallet full, and everybody would like, "Oh, I get a sip of sunshine." It was crazy, and then you started hearing about the cost of it and stuff, and when you actually had it, it was like, wow, I don't know. But yeah, I do like the can art on it. It's pretty simple, but it does remind me of like a Candy River or something in the sun and everything. It's like fun, there's little drops of sunlight on the eyes. And we're just gonna pour this now. This was packaged on the 6th of May, by the way, so it is about 3 weeks old to a month old. And mine's out of the Stratford, Connecticut area. I'm not sure where you guys got yours from, or if it came from the Hudson Valley, Vermont area or whatever, but it pours like that. It's kind of a darker colored, I'm going to call it a double IPA, kind of a creamy white head, medium-esque bubbles. It's frothy, but it's probably going to break down. It's starting to turn kind of rocky on the edges. It is clear. So this is not like a New England style hazy, really. It is very clear. It's got some sediment and stuff floating through it, though. So it's like an unfiltered IPA more than anything. And yeah, it's kind of got this burnt orange coloration to it. Cheers.
Nice, dude. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Yeah.
I believe that is their flagship.
Yeah.
They Sunshine is their flagship. All right, we'll move on to Alex. Alex, what do you have today?
Well, same thing. I wish I had more. I'll try to get some other beers from this brewery too, because they have been delicious with this beer. So I'm hoping to get more other beers from this brewery. So Lawson's Finest Liquids, Sip of Sunshine. They do have little Sip of Sunshine or something. They're different colors, obviously different cans, so you know that's not beer. So Sip of Sunshine, IPA, India Pale Ale. I never actually tried to figure that out. I never tried to actually read that. I only read the IPA. I don't know. Just me. And let's pour this up. I do like the can art, as legendary Bumpy has said. I do like it. And the reason why I've been wanting to try this for a long time, even though I've already tried it before, prior to that, I've been wanting to try it just like anybody else. So, yeah.
It's like it's going to be like a slight examination here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's pour this up, shall we?
That's cool. Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, my brother. Again, thanks for letting me join.
Of course, man. You're always welcome.
I know you always said that, and you do approve on that. I agree. Again, looks like West Coast IPA, not a New England style, but it is a New England beer. But obviously, that's what it looks like. So I'll give it a smell, taste next time around. But that is what it looks like: copper color and one finger head. So give you a taste and smell next time around. Appreciate you.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks.
All
brother.
right. So, Beer Man, I know you don't have a Lawson's.
Yes, he does.
What are you drinking over there? What do you got?
What am I? I have my sideshow beer, but I brought something else. It's from Roulette Brewing Company. These guys are out of Vancouver, Washington, so just east of me, northeast of me. It's an Imperial Stout. It's called the Shimmer Gloom. I've actually brought this up on Bumpy's Multi Monday show, I think, once. Let me show you the whole thing. It's kind of cool logo, but it's a 12% Imperial Stout, and it's an American Imperial Stout. It was canned in India. Some date. I don't know. They know the date. I don't know it. And we're aggressively pouring that sucker, and it's got a nice cascading kind of head thing going on right there, turning into a Alex head.
Exactly.
Of about 4 fingers. And it's very coffee, biscuity, bready, and roasted, toasty kind of awesomeness. Little chocolate things, very nice. Cheers, guys. Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys, man. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Yeah, for sure, man. Awesome.
I won't talk too loud, I promise.
So I'm gonna bring up Josh next, but miscellaneous. If you want to come over here, you don't have to have a Lawson's beer. You can hang out with us and
yeah, you better have a Lawson's beer, miscellaneous.
throw on the brewery. We will be going over the website. We'll be talking about pricing, and if you want to just come over and have a beer with us and hang out, you're more than welcome, man. So I know I did say it last minute, but I have done it before for like Alex and Beer Man.
Exactly.
Miscellaneous. There you go.
But yeah, I've done it before for like Alex and Beer Man. Unfortunately, not everybody can get these beers from these breweries. So even if you just want to come on the panel, hang out with us, do a little beer review on the beer that you have, that's perfectly fine. So if you want to hop on with us, just let me know, or you know where to find the link. We're gonna go over to Josh last beer, and Josh is gonna show us what he's got today.
The same thing that.
Yeah.
But mine's not as fresh as Bumpy's. Mine was packaged on March 22nd, 2022. I've never had. This is actually the first time I've had this beer, so kind of like the heady topper, I guess. The Alchemist House. It used to be real big back in the day, where it'd be so hard to get it. You know.
Hey, Topper's good beer, legendary Josh.
Oh yeah, it's delicious. I actually like Focal Banger a little bit better, but
Yeah, I do.
Some of it, they're both good either way. I give them both a chance.
They're both
I get them a couple times sometimes.
I like Hetty because of the whole
Bowl.
nostalgia around it.
Right.
Over Focal.
so yeah, I guess this beer is based off Double Sunshine, but they're the same ABV. Like they're both 8%.
What do you mean double sunshine? What are you talking about? I'm confused.
So they got a sip of sunshine. They got little or a sip, like little sip or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. Yeah, I
They
forget
got
that.
Double Sunshine, but they're both 8%. So I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think Double Sunshine's dry hopped. Double dry hopped.
Yeah, they don't list the hops or anything, but it's definitely more of a West Coast style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it smells very. It's got a lot of maltiness in it right off the nose. Like I said, mine's a little bit older, back in March, so I'm not sure how it is fresh, but yeah, I'm excited to try it for the first time. So cheers.
What location is yours out of, Josh?
The same one, the
The Two
Stratford,
Roads.
Connecticut, the Two Roads one, yeah.
It was 3 months old.
Yeah,
3
March
months.
22nd. Yep. Yep.
So, okay.
Where can I find that legendary beer, Bumpy? Location.
On the side of the can.
Yeah.
Yeah, right next to the scan
The government warning.
thing.
Oh, this right here.
Be written in the dark. Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
Right
Right
on
where
this.
Josh just showed you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here.
It's
Right
probably
here.
Stratford, Connecticut, to be honest with you.
Oh, you're talking about right here, right?
Yeah. Stratford, Connecticut.
Yeah, they're all.
Yes,
Yeah,
you know it all.
It's like they're like 12%, I guess. Stratford.
Pretty
It's like
much.
2 words. Yeah.
You know it all.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, Josh.
Cheers,
Okay, so mine's still in the mini fridge. All right, so unfortunately, this isn't a full panel examination. I do have
You have the green one, brother.
Super Session number 3 Comet IPA series. So this is a session IPA. It's 4.8% alcohol by volume. It says our session IPA is so tasty and quaffable that it will leave you craving more. Super Session number 3 features full malt flavor and assertive hop character with copious additions of Comet hops, late in the kettle and in dry hopping. Lawson's Finest Liquids is a family-owned, award-winning brewery, taproom, and retail store located in Mad River Valley of Vermont. Super Session IPA is brewed by Lawson's Finest Liquids in Stratford, Connecticut at Two Roads Brewing. Learn more at lawsonsfinest.com.
Two Roads Brewing. I've had those beers too.
Yep, mine also says brewed by Lawson's Finest Liquids, Stratford, Connecticut. So
Yeah, but you just said it was brewed with Two Roads Brewing. I've had those beers too.
yeah, at Two Roads Brewing. So all right, let's crack this open. Package 10, May 22. So this one's pretty fresh. Pop this open and pour into my Spiglu IPA glass. Got the appearance. This is very cold.
That's what you want. You want nice and cold, legendary Tanner.
All right, so this one is definitely more on the it's definitely got some clarity through it. More on the golden straw color. Poured it pretty aggressively, 2.5 finger head. A little rocky on top. Not much effervescence. Not really many bubbles going through the glass. A little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, it looks good. Definitely looks like you guys were saying with the ones you had, the Sip of Sunshine. Definitely looks kind of more in your West Coast style. So yeah, cheers, guys. Now let me ask you guys this: you guys want to go? You guys want to go full panel, considering most of the people on this panel have the same beer? Or would you guys like to go around? You want to go full panel?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do that because, like I said, because you guys, 3 of us have the same beer, so I feel like going full panel is a little bit better than us going one by one.
True that.
you guys, three of you have the same beer, so it would make a little bit more sense that you guys do a little bit of examination of Sip of Sunshine. I can review the beer I have. Beerman has a beer from a different brewery, but he's hanging with us, so he can throw out some flavor notes on the beer that he has. So a little bit different style of how we normally do a brewery review. Usually, I'm not really used to having multiple people on the brewery
Sorry
review.
about that, legendary Tanner.
No worries, no worries. No, that's awesome. That's cool that you guys have the same beer because, like I said, now you guys can do a little examination together, and then that way it doesn't go too long. You know, we can throw up the website. We'll talk about product availability. We'll talk about distribution, which goes along with the availability. We'll talk about pricing. We'll talk about how easy it is to navigate through the website. Maybe if they have like a food menu at some certain breweries that they have. I know Bumpy's a big fan of looking at the food menus, as am I. So we'll talk about that. And yeah, we'll go around and talk about the whole brewery as a whole. We'll give our ratings for the beers that we got, and then we'll throw out some ratings for this brewery. So yeah, we'll go to this and go for it. Let me know what you guys think of your beers.
Well, cheers, Tanner. I'm going to drink this and see what it tastes like. It smells dank like it's supposed to be, like a West Coast IPA.
Yep. That's awesome, Alex, because it does have a dankness to it.
It sure does. It sure does. The smell. Let's see what it tastes like, legendary Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, beyond the dankness from the hops, I do pick up on this kind of bready note to it a little bit, maybe slight bread, very slight bread crust,
Kind of sweetness.
and there's a bit of a grain in the nostril.
Oh, Jesus. Put my nose in it. I don't
Do you guys get caramel with that one? I'm getting a little bit of caramel. Maybe West.
Not on the aromas, I don't.
No.
Maybe a little
Let's see
caramel honey in the
let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Here's but yeah, in the aromas, there's definitely there's that bit of dankness, like Alex said. But other than that, there's not much as far as the hoppiness. Mine's a lot fresher than Josh's is. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm getting a little pininess on mine though, to be honest with you, in the back end. Smells sweet up front to me.
It does smell that too. I do smell like dankness and sweetness.
Yeah, but I mean the graininess I get out of it kind of cuts through any sweetness. Plus, it does have that dank and slight pininess.
Now, mine, the one that I have, it's a little bit different. Mine's like a sessionable one, and they use the Comet hops. You get like a honey-like sweetness, say like apple, lemon, maybe a touch of mango, a little slight earthy hop resin, maybe a little breadiness. Like I said, along with that honey, a little bit of sweet malt. But it definitely smells like it's going to be like a more drinkable, sessionable IPAs. If you guys have had like 4.5% to 5%, or maybe even like 5.5% IPAs, they kind of have that similar aroma where it's definitely very subdued and kind of laid back, and it's not really like pungent aromas kind of standing out fully. But yeah, I will say it definitely has a little bit more of like westy kind of aroma to it.
Would you say that, if you don't mind me asking, would you say that this is like an East Coast met West Coast kind of style, or is it?
Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, definitely, I would say that. Yeah,
Kind of like the Focal Banger.
I'm not getting that vibe from this one. I feel like this one's more West Coast for me.
Yeah.
This one doesn't. This one says floral in the can, but I'm not picking up much floral.
I do taste that sweetness, though. Sweetness and a little bit of dankness. Very tasty.
It's definitely got that piney.
I would say maybe Chinook is in here, maybe, or Simcoe.
Well, that's big Westy, yeah. That's
Grape. It's got kind of that grapefruit pith, rind, type thing going with the piney as well.
I don't think like Galaxy or Mosaic.
Straight up American IPA.
I do taste a little bit of grapefruit. I never realized that.
Yeah.
Or sweetness, at least.
Yeah, I'd say more like West Coast kind of hops.
Classic.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a West Coast because if you really look at it, it's definitely a darker copper color. So it is very tasty. I've had this a few times.
I don't think it's as like there's malt to it on the palate, but
exactly.
I think like when you go to like a West Coast, there just seems to be more of a maltier flavor than what I'm getting. I mean, there's like a little bit of a breadiness, and I do get a lot of grain action out
Do
of
you
this.
taste sweetness too, Legendary Bumpy, or no?
It's not super sweet to me.
No.
It's
It just has a little bit.
it's more like a traditional, like just an IPA. They talk about floral in the can. I'm not getting floral anywhere else.
I get bitter. I do have a little sweetness. It's
I'm getting a
not
little
definitely
piney.
bitter.
I'm getting a little pininess in like on the back end, but
Yeah.
It
It's
is
not
like-
harsh. It's not harsh.
No,
It does
not
It
at
does
all.
have a piney bitterness, but
Yeah.
it's not a harsh. Because sometimes you get that real like, oh god.
it's yeah, you know,
more
it's
relaxed. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a relaxed balance. Yeah, nice.
But
yeah, I
no,
don't know if they do like. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off, Alex. Go ahead.
that's okay. Go ahead, Legendary. Josh.
I was going to say I don't know if I'm assuming they probably use the same hop characteristics for. I don't know if they'd be like rotating, but yeah, definitely like West Coast type hops. I'm getting off of it. Like I said, to me, I've heard, everyone hyped this beer up for the longest
was
time.
hyped up.
It's
That's
one
why
of
I tried
those
to find
big beers like Heady Topper and Focal Banger and all those kind of, because like Bumpy was saying, back in the day, you'd have to sell a kidney to get this kind of beer back in the day. But now it's.
It's funny. I had when I first had this beer, a friend of mine, we were in Vermont together, and he we went to the store and he saw that they had a case left on the shelf. He's like, I'm gonna buy like the whole case of this. I was like, okay, because I'd never really heard. He's like, oh no, this is like super great stuff, and like he's like so excited about it and everything. And he bought it and he gave me a can of it to try, and I was drinking. And I'm like, man, it's nothing really special about it. He's like, well, yeah, it's nothing great, but it's like,
Yeah.
You were so super psyched about this beer. Now you're saying, oh, it's not that great, but it's like what? You're just going with the hype on it because it was so hard to get.
I mean, Bumpy.
I'll leave it open a little longer and then taste it.
Yeah.
Legit Bumpy, and all of us, we do get hyped when it comes to beers that we haven't tried.
Oh no, there's definitely beers like I've never had that I hear about it that are great. The never
Exactly.
had them. Sometimes it's like I don't get it because I've had beers that were much better than this.
That's true.
Just off the grocery store shelf,
They have that too.
Yeah, it's like Russian River beers. Like I've had Pliny, I've had Pliny the Younger, I've had Blind Pig, all of those. And I mean, the first time I had Pliny the Elder, I mean, it was good, but I don't know if it lived up to the hype. I like Pliny the Younger a little bit better, but yeah. I mean, same with Heady Topper, and
I like Heavy Topper, and I like Heavy Banger, or Heavy Topper and Heavy Boomer.
Focal Banger.
Yes, Focal Banger. Thank you. I like that so far. Those two I've drank a couple times, and they've been delicious so far.
That stout, it was either a stout or a brown ale I had from Alchemist. It was really good.
I'll have to try to find that, Legendary Josh.
It's good to have their classics, It's good to have the classic West Coast style American.
Yeah, but that's what
IPA,
Heavy Topper and Heavy Heavy.
especially if it's made well.
Now, Josh, there's something in this beer that I'm getting. I think it's coming more out of the grain, but it might be coming out of the hops. Do you get like a little bit of a cattiness to it?
What's a cattiness? I don't know.
Like
what that
cat, like a little bit of cat urine or still cat urine. I'm kind of getting something.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is, so I don't. I
after
can't
that,
tell you.
like that, after you swallow it, like in your mouth, you kind of get that weird cat piss.
I never drank cat piss, so I don't know.
Well, no,
I love you guys.
no, yeah, like the smell of that cat.
I've never drank the Funky Road.
Now,
Ribes. It's called Ribes.
I heard Josh talk about a stout. Now, how's that stout you got going over there, Beer Man?
This stout's nice. It's definitely American forward. It's got a little bit of a hoppy bite, but it also has a nice chocolate, roasted, biscuity, kind of bready, chocolate, coffee bite. It's just so nice. Little bite here real quick of it. Talking about bites.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just it's strong. The alcohol's not. It's not really presentable, but it does hit you after a bit. You're like, whoa, Like 12% starting to get me, but as it's going down, it doesn't really give me that nice, an alcoholic bite or anything like that. Roasty though, bready, brown bread, chocolate. It's very good. It's not bad actually. These guys put on some pretty good beers. They're hit and miss for the most part, but this one's not bad. I had it before, and it was nice to revisit. So I thought they did a good job. It's more of a coffee forward kind of chocolate kind of stout, but it's very good. So
Is
robust.
it like
robust.
a pastry stout or no?
Nah, not a pastry. It's more of your common classic Imperial stouts, American stout with the little hoppy get together in the end there, but
Okay.
not too bad. It's good. I like it. It's drinkable. So
So like an
By the
imperial
way,
stout,
guys-
not like a Russian imperial stout.
yeah, it might
like-
be on the Russian side actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those are pretty abrasive. Yeah.
Okay, so
Russian and American imperial stouts are very close. Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. Keep going. I'm sorry.
They're kind of similar though in a lot of ways. Like they kind of because they hop them.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It's the malts, I think, the Maillard effect on the malts and stuff. The things that are used in them, I think, with the hops. The Russian ones, they hop them just like Americans hop their beers as well. It's like the Russians. What am I trying to say here? The Americans are making Russian stouts, so they're not Russian. But you know what
I
I'm
get what
saying?
you're saying. Yeah.
Right, they're taking it easy. They're taking their time on it. They're not rushing.
Yeah.
It has like that
exactly.
hop. It has like that hop. Sometimes like a Russian imperial stout.
They're
has
similar though.
they're
They're very
that hop bitterness on the back end. It's like a weird. You can
right.
tell
There's
hop.
more of an acrid kind of chunk to it, like in the
compared to
maybe in the Russian. Well, the Russians are more softer, more sweeter. I thought maybe a little more.
That's what I
biscuity.
always thought. But then everybody talks about how bitter the Russian imperial stouts are.
Yeah, sometimes
Then
they
go to
can
an
be
American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rasputin though.
Old Rasputin's actually got a softer side to it, but it's like
Rasputin
hard
has
to
a
distinguish if
delicious
it's an
That's
English
a
or
really
a,
good. Oh yeah.
English or American or whatever. But
I want to
yeah.
I want to get the barrel aged version of that. I hate to go off
I've
topic.
seen the barrel.
I do like Rasputin. I
The
do
barrel
like
aged version, both Tanner and I have had that one. We both liked the regular Rasputin.
Yep.
You know what? Oh, Poppy, as I said before,
I saw the barrel aged one this weekend. I thought you guys.
I'll try it anyway. Just
Hell,
to-
I didn't know they had a barrel aged one.
I can get a bottle
They did.
for $21.
Let's say Bumpy and let's say Tanners drink that.
Cork and Cage Bomber, $21.
I picked up that Surly Darkness 21 edition.
Surly, nice.
Yeah, I picked up
Surly's
the Darkness. It was like $25 for that bomber bottle. I think.
For some reason, beers are fancy. They can get really expensive, but hey, that's what happens when you're.
Yeah,
a
look at
beer-
Anchorage.
That's what craft beer's all
I keep
about.
going back to Anchorage, that $108 bottle I saw this weekend.
I mean, I suggest.
Yeah, I saw you post that. I was like, what?
I wish I had bought the Scrag Mountain pills, especially now
I saw
knowing
that
that everybody else was bringing the Sip of Sunshine. Because I've had that and I really like that. It's kind of like a hoppy pilsner. It's like
But you can always go back tomorrow and get that beer and try it. Let's say Bumpy.
Well, it seems
I'm
like
talking about the Tanner's show.
yeah. The
I'm just saying,
brewery
don't
review-
shoot.
the brewery review. There's a lot of breweries out there, but when I try to, like I was just saying, miscellaneous, this was kind of out of the blue. Alex messaged me while I was working, so I just went on Google really quick and I was like popular breweries, something that
Me?
I've seen all the time. Yeah, you messaged me. You
I know you did.
the
I
voice
know.
chat, and I was like, oh, I got to pick something because you said you were going to the beer store, so I wanted
Exactly. I'm just ball
to
pushing. I know.
there. So I kind of was just like, oh, let me try to think of something that most people can get, and I didn't realize the distribution wasn't as good as it actually is.
Well, I was thinking it was crazy because you brought up Lawson. So when I was up because we don't get this in Virginia. When I was up there,
yeah,
I saw it when we were leaving, and I was like, oh, they got Lawson's. Let me get a 4-pack of, they had like a case or a couple cases, and I was like, let me pick up a thing, and then you're like, oh, we're
Did-
doing Lawson's for the brewery.
Did you get a case of it?
Perfect.
No, I just got a 4
Show
pack.
me, Josh.
Yeah.
Now here's the other dinger on this. At least for I think. Well, we all have them from the Two Roads Brewery.
Yeah.
Right.
With being like contract brewed through them, which I'm not a fan of Two Roads. So let that be known. But so I'm thinking that the Sip of Sunshine, when it was brewed through the brewery itself in Vermont, I think it was just a bit better than
Kind of
what's
like
coming out of the
concrete,
Two
even
Roads.
Mark my words, Bumpy.
Kinda like
They got
concrete,
bigger. Yeah,
even
so
though
they got
Clown Shoes is
contract.
probably way better. Didn't you say that?
Clown Shoes used to be awesome when they were out of Ipswich. That's where they started from, and their beers were like they were knocking them out. Like their Space Cake
I thought that was
IPA
good.
tasted
I
like
tried the space
it
cake.
tasted like cupcakes.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden they wound up at Two Roads. They went to Two Roads for a while.
Oh wow,
And then
they were
their product went to crap.
So just
And
shit.
now they're in
I did
Harpoon. The
space
product's
cake, and I
still
didn't taste
crap.
nothing. I didn't taste no cake as bumpy as a
Yeah, when they were out of Ipswich,
Oh.
when they were brand new, it was like drinking a cupcake. It was crazy. It was a good
I like
IPA.
cupcake beers. I like the sweetness.
But out of Two Roads, you just get the cupcake paper.
Yeah.
You are unique, my brother.
Tanner hasn't talked about his beer yet.
Yeah, I don't want to talk over people. No worries at all.
No. I want to hear about you, Tanner. Go ahead.
Super Session number 3 Comet. I will say it's very it's like lemon candy forward. There's a little bit of like grapefruit, slight mango. Very watery though. Definitely like light to medium bodied. Carbonation's about medium. It's very reminiscent of. Have you guys had the Sierra Nevada Summer Break, which is another?
No, I never had that yet. Legendary.
Never had that.
IPA. I will say the Summer Break is way better than this, but it's very reminiscent to that. I like the Summer Break. That's a really good fishing beer. If you're out in the hot sun and you want a nice IPA,
You can also review it, Legendary Tanner.
good flavor.
Similar ABVs on those.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The Summer Break is like a sessional IPA. I will say the Summer Break has a way better body.
What's the ABV on that, Tanner?
What's that?
Summer Break.
This one is 4.8.
That is the English style. Yes, British.
Yeah, this is a low one. This is like
No. I'm talking Summer Break.
there's a little bit
Yeah,
more-
I know. I just
Oh, the Summer Break. It's right around 4. It's probably a little bit higher. Might even be like 5.5.
Oh,
But
nice.
it's kind of it's reminiscent to that. But like I said, this is definitely a little bit more watery. It's very like lemon candy, grapefruit, mango, like honey like sweetness from the malts. Slight breadiness, super drinkable and crushable. Like I could probably kill this within the next couple of minutes, but I'm gonna sit back and just kind of sip on it. Go through the review of the brewery. I like it. I think it's good. From what I've had from Sip of Sunshine, I did enjoy Sip of Sunshine.
Sometime.
Yeah, Sip of Sunshine. But yeah, it's one of the beers that when I first started getting into craft beers, and I heard all the hype, and I was like, oh, this is one of the beers that I have to try. So that hype that Bumpy was talking about was totally.
That's what I was thinking.
It was literally like in my head when I first started getting into craft beers. I was like, oh, I have to try Sip of Sunshine. Like I heard it from all these different beer reviewers and stuff, and everybody was like hyping it up. And like you said, it was a lot harder to get. Now they're pretty much almost everywhere. Every store I walk into that sells craft beer, you can get Sip of Sunshine. I will say they do make a maple one. Oh, excuse me.
Maple?
They make a maple, like a maple
Porter.
stout. Is it a porter?
It's either a porter or a brown ale.
What
I've
is
had
it
it.
called? I
It's
can
not
mark it down.
that good. Either.
Yeah. Oh, it's not good. Oh, I like the maple notes.
Oh, me bit bumpy.
Oh, you can pull the website in.
But yeah. So I guess we'll throw the website up. Yeah, we'll talk about the website for a little bit, and then we'll go back and we'll throw up some ratings for the beers that you guys got, and then we'll talk about the brewery, and we'll rate the brewery. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up the website. I do have it shared already, so let's do that really quick.
Hold on, I want to ask this legendary.
Did you want us to rate the beers first and then rate the brewery?
whatever you guys want to do.
Let's
You guys
wait.
want to rate? Yeah, you guys. You actually hold on. We'll go back to this really quick. Do you guys want to rate the beers you have, just so you don't lose that insight of what you're tasting right now? You want
Exactly. I rate the beer first, and then we get into the rating of the brewery.
do that, so you guys don't lose that insight of what you're drinking and what you're thinking on right now. So
Thank you, Legendary Tanner.
yeah, for sure. Try to do it as easy as possible for everybody.
Exactly. That's what I like about you, Tanner.
All right. Is Beerman going to rate his beer too?
Appreciate you.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, you can rate, no, I don't care. Rate your beer.
Okay, whatever you want. Just get it over with. Because I'm not part of this and I don't have your beer. No, but
Beer man. Tanner is just being a buddy.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
When you see the website and we talk about their distribution, their pricing, their hype, all this availability, you're going to have some type of opinion. So you're allowed to have your opinion towards something that you might go out and look for, or you might steer clear of, and you might be like, oh, I don't care about that. You know what I mean?
Plus, you're gonna have 4 other beer review channels giving you their scores on it and what we talked about with the beer.
So if you have an opinion based
So
on
not twist it up a
what
bit.
you see, you know, it
Stout.
totally works that way. You know?
Well, cool. As far as I appreciate it, man. The stout's nice. It's an American stout for sure. Yeah, when you clench your tongue to your palate, you really get a nice earthy kind of herbal that common classic hop addition. Willamette, what is it? Cascade, Sterling maybe, or something like that. I don't know. That's more on the British side, but Galena. I don't know. There's like that common classic kind of American expression in this beer, West Coast expression. Very nice though. Very roasty, toasty, bready toast. Biscuits come through with the balance of hops and the coffee, the dark chocolate roast. It's very fun to drink. It's an interesting beverage. I've had this before, like I said, but I've also had I think I had an IPA from them before, and it wasn't bad. These guys, sorry, I'm like spitting and shit.
You're good.
No, but I'm salivating is what I'm doing. It's not bad, so I'm gonna give this a we'll give it a 92 out of 100. 92 out of 100. I think it's definitely deserves an A in my yes. So good to go. Yeah, good beer. And you guys have expressed quite an interesting variety of flavors and aromas for that beer, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what your scores are on that and stuff. Your last thoughts. So, cheers. It's been fun hanging out. So, thank you.
For sure, man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I think Bumpy's doing a little 50-point inspection over there.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Now, if Bumpy's not ready, what's
Alex.
your you got a score, Bumpy, or you want Alex to go? Oh, Alex, go for it.
Okay, thank you, Legendary Bumpy. Well, this beer is very tasty. Like I said, I've drank it a couple of times. I'm looking forward to trying the other beers. It is a West Coast beer. I'll give it a 90. It's a very tasty beer. I'm sorry, I don't give it 100. I might have gave it 100. Wow, probably not. I don't remember. I'll have to take a look and see if I did a beer review on this, but I think I did. It's a 90. It does have that sweetness, like I said, but it does have that West Coast vibe, which I kind of like. But I also like my New England IPA versions of it too. So, different beers. But it's very good. 90. If you can get Sip of Sunshine. Wait a minute. Let me repeat that. Lawson's Finest Liquids, Sip of Sunshine, IPA, Imperial. Please do. Let's say Bumpy and everybody else can get that. Well, as long as you're in the New England area, obviously, or in the states, because like New Jersey's like in New England, you know how it goes. So grab it while you can. Let me know what you think of it, and I'm looking forward to trying the blue cans and the other cans of this beer. So of this variant, well, because this is the original, and then you get the variants. So please let me know what you think of that. Although obviously I'll say let me know what you think of it once I get the variant. So at this point, let me know what you think of this beer at this point, and then if I get the other ones, then I'll say let you know what the other
Beer review time.
So, cheers. And that's it. And I guess next time around, I guess we'll do the shout outs. Appreciate you, Tanner. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex. Appreciate you too, man.
Here's Alex.
Thanks. Sorry I wouldn't give it 100, but hey, it's good beer. But hey, what can I say?
Is Bumpy ready?
I'm
Very
ready.
bumpy.
All right.
All right. So what I'm going to give this score, just based off of what the malt profile is for me, it is definitely more on the kind of maltier side than giving off any real hop aromas or hop flavors, which is kind of sad for being a sip of sunshine. You would think hoppy, bright, juicy fruit type notes. And it definitely seems to be more on the malty side. And then the malt kind of to me comes off a bit grainy. I'm not a big grainy like fan. Grain works, the grain note works in some styles, but it's just not totally working for me. The aromas, it's kind of lackluster, and the malt profile, it's kind of lackluster. And the hops, the flavor, it is more on the malty side, but I do pick up on a bit of graininess. The hops don't give off a ton of fruity notes. It's a little bit of like the only fruit is kind of that grapefruit rind or pithy type thing. And then it's more piney cat piss. But yeah, it's just
Ribey.
it's at least not harsh. The bitterness isn't harsh. It is an IPA. It does kind of stand out as being like an American IPA, but therefore said not a standout American IPA at that for me. I would put this at a 36 out of 50 on my 50-point inspection, which just lands us into the good category. I think that might be even being lenient. But I remember having this at least on draft and stuff and being okay with it. Not wowed by it, but like, okay, it's
Legendary Bumpy. Was it better on draft? Because sometimes that's always sometimes the case.
It was better on draft than this.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed my first can of this, which was not coming out of Two Roads at the time, because this was back when it was hard to get, and it was just being produced out of Vermont. It even, to me, the memories of it was better than what this product is. But if you want to double up my 36 to make it into a 100 score, I'm at a 77 out of 100 for it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right.
I think that would be a 72, not a 77. A 72.
Yeah.
Yeah, 72. My thing is running out of ink, and it looked like a 7 when it was a 2. But quick math, 36 times 36 is 72.
36 times 2. 36 times 36 is a
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, 36 plus 30. 36 plus 36 is 72. Okay.
36 times 36. Wow, that's a crazy score.
Sip of sunshine.
It's a 200.
Yeah, that's been excellent.
Don't get me wrong. Maybe
That's a 200 out of 1,000.
Don't get me wrong. Maybe the next sip of sunshine, not this one, but the sip of little sip or whatever, little sip of sunshine. All the variants of this beer, who knows? Could be 100.
I've had the little sip on draft too.
Tell me about it.
when we went to
Let's-
Vermont. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Very flavorful, very light, crisp
Was it
session
sweet?
IPA. Because when you think about like a session IPA and stuff, and you get something like Little Sip, it was full of flavor with hops, and it wasn't overly done. It was nice. It was right up there with the Founders, all day
Ooh.
IPA.
Okay,
Well,
So
that's good. Was it sweet though?
that's kind of how I feel
Oh
about
crap! I should have grabbed it when I was up there. I saw it. It was right next to the sip, and I was like, "Oh, let me grab it."
You can always order a legendary bumpy. Was it sweet? The Little Sip. I never had-
no, it wasn't sweet. It was you just had a little bit of malt because it's a lower ABV. I think it's like 4.6 or whatever the hell it is. And then it just had some decent hoppy flavors and a bitterness that matched. It was just that was on draft at a little restaurant, or a nice restaurant anyways in Vermont.
Well, you might have to go back to that legendary bumpy,
And that's also where I learned that gorgonzola is blue cheese.
bumpy. You really keep.
I ordered a filet mignon and I paid extra to have gorgonzola on
Filet
there.
mignon, that's good stuff.
Put some gorgonzola on it.
It's good
And then I
stuff.
scraped it off because I'm like, shit, it's blue cheese.
Oh, bumpy. I don't know.
I
Do
could
it.
have had the filet
I
mignon for
appreciate
$3 less.
But I'll tell you this much, though, Bumpy. If I do get a Little Sip, I want to do a examination with you.
Okay, well you can get it. I don't buy a lot of Lawson stuff.
That's okay, but I'll let you know, and then you can get a can of it, whatever.
Yeah.
Appreciate
the big
Maybe,
key
we'll see.
factor for me
you. Yes,
buying
we'll see.
beer,
Exactly.
the big key factor for me buying beers is how memorable it is.
Yeah.
So that always goes into play. Now, Josh, what did you think about the Lawson's Finest Liquids flagship beer, Sip of Sunshine, that the other two panel members have had? Once you give your review and rating, sorry, you already did the review. You guys already talked about it. But once you guys give your rating, we'll do like a little average for that beer. Just throw it out there. But what do you think of it?
It's not bad for what it is. Obviously, the hype died down. I looked up when this beer came out. It was 2014, so it's been 8 years since it came out. So the hype, I think, has died down. But to me, it kind of reminds me of Dogfish 90 Minute, because they're like around the same ABV. They get that similar maltness, a little bit of that sweetness. This beer reminds me of Dogfish 90 Minute. I'm sure everyone's had Dogfish.
I got the 120 minute in the fridge. Jeez.
Yeah, I've had the 60 minute.
Have you had the 90 minute?
Are you talking about the 90 minute?
Yeah, I'm talking about the 90 minute. Yeah.
I got the 6 minute abs.
Well, I mean, the 90 minute's not as poppy.
Is that when you breathe in and suck in your?
Yeah, that's what I kind of compare. To me, that's what I can kind of compare this beer to. Is like a 90 minute, because 90 minutes not as hoppy. This beer has a lot more maltiness. There's a little bit of hop on the back end, but not so much.
It's all about
similar ABVs. I think 90 minutes, 9% or something, 8 or 9, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit higher. Yeah.
120 is like 16.6.
Yeah, it ranges from like 15 to 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
I still need to do a Heaven and Hell Cuvée, the black and tan, with 120 in Worldwide Stout, but that's an expensive black and
I
tan.
haven't tried that yet either.
I'm on the Untapped thing for Lawson's for the Sip of Sunshine, and I am stunned.
Yeah, they gave it a 4.3.
Yeah, people are freaking still sucking.
They did?
Yeah, 4.3.
Think for yourself, people.
Wow.
Taste what your taste buds are telling you.
Their palates
think
aren't
for myself.
rich.
I want to hear what John scores.
Beer is 90. That's it. It's not 100.
So for the Sip of Sunshine, first time ever having it. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's not world class. It's not even
No, that's why I
mean,
give it a 100.
I'll give it a fair score. I'll give it an 80. I'll give it an 80.
Yummy,
You know, I mean, it's not a terrible beer. It's, you know, I mean, if you see it, if you never had it before, give it a shot.
Yeah.
8%. You're not really tasting any of the booziness. I mean, it is pretty. I don't know if you consider it a lawnmower beer or something like that, but I mean, I'm sure it'll hit you after. It'll hit you after a while, but
Yeah, you might
yeah,
be.
to me-
If that's a lawnmower,
You're like
beer,
mowing your neighbor's
Yeah,
lawn.
right.
I was just about to say that.
This is a lawnmower beer because most of the
that-
time when I drink a lawnmower beer, it's after I'm already finished with the lawn.
By the time you
So
touch
if the lawn really gave you a rough
oh, in
time,
your
then yeah.
neighbor's yard, yeah, I was literally just about to say that.
You come in, you just broke your lawnmower because it like didn't work right, and then you like burn the house down.
Can I get you
I need a
one
beer.
while I'm at it?
I don't know. It just reminds me of like Dogfish, like either 60 or like 90 minutes.
And then they walk outside, and you're like,
It's kind of like in that same realm. You know what I'm saying? But
You even
"Where's
get
my
it.
yard?"
maybe
Gotta
my
be,
palate's wrecked because of all these New England IPAs. But
New England IPA,
back
my
to like
pal.
a traditional type of style. Obviously, this is like a more West Coast style. But if you want to get something that more like West Coast, you know, traditional type style beer, and if you
Yeah.
see it, I mean, it's pretty price point. Like I said, I paid $12-13 for this 4-pack, something like that.
Now Bumpy paid 17 for his.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See, that's
Yeah,
cheap.
Crazy.
that's inflation right there.
I
Like I
don't
said, we
remember-
don't get it in Virginia. When I
Yeah.
was up in PA, I saw it up there at the bottle shop.
What's
up
your
there.
date on that, man?
Mine was $18. Actually, I do remember.
Mine was
Yeah.
March 28th, 2022.
June. So a month old or so.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
funny,
around
too,
there.
because I do remember that beer being more expensive than what it actually is today.
Mine was $18. I bought this.
I remember it being like
$18, Alex?
$18.
I remember it
a
being like
4-pack?
around 16, 17, and then it's going down to like
Sheesh.
$13, $14.
When the date gets richer.
The
There
little
you
the
go.
little sip
Oh
here
yeah,
is
his is. Mine's the
Yeah.
oldest one here. Yeah, mine's the oldest one here.
Oh, that's what you meant by 18, April 18th.
No, I did
Oh.
spend $18 on this.
Oh, okay.
18 bumpy.
18.
They also
Yeah,
package it on the
That's
18th.
Yeah, that's-
definitely.
That's why I say this beer is like way overpriced for what this
Yeah.
is like to me a $12 4-pack.
That's what I'm saying. I think I paid like 13 with some change on this one.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible.
Which is
That's
The
not
little
terrible.
the little sip here is
Yeah.
$14 for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
a
They had that
section.
one and they had the Pilsner. I should have picked up the Pilsner.
I'll be going to get a little sip eventually. I'm gonna
Now
do a review on it.
average out. So we had a 72 from Bumpy, we had a 90 from Alex, and an 80 from Josh last beer. So I added the scores together. I divided it by 3, and it was 80.6. 6 repeating, of course. Survival.
B.
That's a Leroy Jenkins joke. You guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, so rounded up to an 81. So 81 for that beer. That's definitely very understandable. The Super Session, number 3 Comet. I'm gonna give this beer like I'll give it an 88. It's lemon,
Almost 90. Okay.
lemon candy, mango, little bit of grapefruit, and a little bit of hop resin, a little bit of bitterness, honey malt sweetness. This is actually a really good lawnmower beer right here. This one, I wouldn't mind drinking these, maybe getting a single can every once in a while. It's not super crazy to the point where I'd buy a 4-pack and I'd keep going back for it.
But if you enjoy it, you should get a 4-pack. If you enjoy it, quote.
Well, I'm saying I do enjoy it, and like I said, there's so many beers out there. That's the thing that I always come back to. It's like there's so many beers out there.
I say that too.
There's only certain beers that I really want to buy a bunch of them.
Mhm.
I do try to buy the single cans to just try them out. And yeah, I like the beer. It's good. But, there's so much product out there that, sometimes, I don't know, I just can't see myself going back and buying a 4-pack. But
Well, just to drink it, not to review it.
I will say it's very crisp, refreshing. Definitely on the lighter side, super sessionable. a crusher. Yeah, actually, now that I say it, I could see myself buying a 4-pack of this because of, I think this was like, it was $3 for a single can.
Yeah, but that's a single can,
bad.
not a four
Yeah, I
pack.
think I did see them today for like $12 for a 4-pack. So
Okay.
I could see myself picking these up and possibly like bringing them fishing, or you're sitting out in the hot summer weather, and maybe you just want something that has some decent flavor, a little hoppiness, but you don't want something too high in ABV, too filling. I could see myself maybe possibly grabbing a 4-pack and going fishing one day with these.
Right, but you also have to remember, Tanner, you're gonna have other beers to review while you're fishing as well.
Yeah, I do like to do some reviews while I'm fishing, but there are always those days where
Which I enjoy that.
I don't want to do. There's always those days where I'm like, I don't want to do reviews. I just want to go and have a good time, enjoy the weather,
Exactly, and just relax.
and chill.
Mhm.
But so Lawson's Finest Liquids. Seems like the hype has kind of died down. I really do appreciate the fact that Josh threw up the date that Sip of Sunshine was actually released, 2014. That makes a lot of sense because
2014.
yeah, within 8 years there has been so much progression in beers and stuff, and it's just like what we have today is just mind blowing. And I can only imagine within the next 5-10 years what's going to be on.
I didn't get into craft beer probably until 2015, 2016. So yeah.
Now we're almost going on the hour mark, guys. So I'm gonna
don't shoot me. Don't shoot.
no worries. I'm gonna pull up the website. We're gonna talk about the website. We're gonna look at the website. We're gonna look at the beers,
True that.
Availability, pricing, which we've already pretty much talked about. But we'll check out the website. This is definitely something that we always have to do for reviewing the brewery. So let's pull it up and let's see what's going on over here at Lawson.
Well, legendary Tanner, I think I might pour up another Lawson's.
Go for it. Go for it.
Thank you.
So here's the homepage. Very bright and inviting. We'll say that. Find our beer. I'm not going to click on that. I want beer to go. Let's click on this beer right up the top. All right.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I see different beers. Sweet.
Signature
Awesome.
liquid. Oh, mine's number 1 apparently. It pops right up. Oh, here we go. Right. Oh, and the one that bumped is. Oh, all 4 of the ones that you guys have been talking about. Signature liquids. So these are the most popular ones. Super Session, Comet, number 3. Super Sunshine, Crag Mountain Pills, and Little Sip. Limited releases. Hopzilla. I believe Bumpy has talked about that one before as well.
Yep.
Never heard of it, legendary Tanner.
Double Sunshine. This one is a ruby red grapefruit. Scrag Mountain Pills, Salt and Lime. Hops a lot. I'm just going to click on that really quick because I'm not really sure what that's about. Inspired by combination of music, hops, and beer. Celebrate with us as we revel in the glory of 8 varieties of hops from around the world, brewed to create intricate flavors and delight your senses. So, really not much information, in my opinion.
Which I don't understand. Why you can go on these things? I don't want to get crazy, but why they don't tell you all the information? Come on.
No, yeah, I know. That's why we do these brew reviews.
I wonder what the triple sunshine falls under.
I never heard of that. Legendary beer. Legendary Tanner. Check for that.
Collections. Sip of Sunshine, Brave Little State, Pale Ale. Never seen that before.
Never heard of it.
Definitely got some hops in there.
The blue one. That sounds interesting.
This one?
Yeah, the one you're picking at. Yeah, go ahead.
Defined ale. The space in between is hazy ale with a hint of tartness, brewed with oats and wheat, and dry hop with Nelson and Galaxy varieties. Not bad. I like Nelson. I like the Galaxy.
And it's 5% by them.
Yeah, that's kind of a little disappointing.
I know, but it's still if you don't want to be drunk, a 5% would be good for the people that don't want to get like crazy.
Marlowe Ales, dude. Marlowe Ales does a
Get
lot
on
of
spraying
stuff in there.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh,
me personally, if I want an IPA, if I want, I'm going for the 7% to.
I know, and 10%. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Click on that where you're at.
Okay, so I will say, As far as a website and us, what we're looking at, there is a lot of duplicates.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of seeing a bunch of
Pale
duplicates.
ale. That pale ale seems interesting.
Brave Little State, Triple Sunshine, Triple IPA, 10.5%. Not bad. Double Sunshine, Double IPA. Cherry Mountain Pills, little sip.
Space in
There's
between.
a lot more of duplicates.
What's that space in between one? What style is that?
You
A,
just look at
A beer
it.
man.
5%.
Oh,
Huh?
is it pale ale?
You there, beer man?
ABV.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to leave you up if you're
Oh no, we're good. I was
okay, you're
kinda,
good, okay.
whew.
Sorry about that,
Yeah,
brother.
no,
I
we're
didn't want
good.
to leave you up if you're
Thank you. No. Ew.
so they
Been
have
a long
special
night.
brews, bitter boots. I've
oh,
never
a pink one. That sounds delicious. The pink
Yes,
one.
B.
has the ESB, space in between with orange, loungewear, sour golden ale.
Yeah.
Oh, here's that's a cool
Winter lager.
aged winter lager, 11.3%.
What about the brown one, Legendary Tanner? The brown one.
Stony Hill Port?
Yeah. There you go. Hit that,
5.5%.
please.
Look at it. Stony Hill Porter features notes of chocolate and caramel and subtle smokiness.
Ooh.
Smooth, dry finish, carefully crafted by Sean Lawson and our brew team. An original 7 BBL brewery at the Wizard Workshop in Warren, Vermont.
Yeah.
I will say, I think they need to get a little bit more on the information on their website.
Yeah.
It is a 20.
Everything. Now they got an Imperial Stout.
Based in Maple Imperial Stout, aged in Mad River distilled rum barrels. That sounds good. Based between with pineapple. They're like they got a lot of low ABV beers, 5%.
I know we like our 12%, 13%, but I still enjoy the flavors of different beers. Though,
Oh, dude, I've been digging on some.
That doesn't sound bad. Triple Sunshine IPA aged in tequila barrels. What were you saying, Josh?
I was gonna say I picked up one from Drownlands. They call it a low bitter IPA. It's only 4.5%. I haven't had it yet, but yeah, I'm all about it. Especially from Marlowe. Marlowe Ales. If you guys see Marlowe Ales, they do a lot of like
never heard of it.
nice like hazy pale ales and stuff like that. They're pretty low ABV, like 5-6%. Like good stuff.
I like that name. That's a
Marlowe.
No, this one right here. I'm sorry. The Above the Clouds. I don't know if you guys.
Sounds like I think I've heard of it.
I mean,
old 90s rap group. They do a song called Above the Clouds. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but
it could be based on it, Legendary Tanner. You have to look up in the history.
So I'm just gonna kind of scroll over these.
But you know what, Tanner? I've noticed that they have so much potential. I thought they only had those 3 or 4 beers. I should have known better. It's freaking Lawson.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how that's. A lot of breweries are like that, where the distribution you're getting is really only their flagship stuff.
Yeah.
Superstition, cashmere hops.
Oh, there's a barrel age. That's with the free barrels. Yeah, click on that, please. With the free barrels, yes.
Apple brandy.
Apple brandy barrel aged, based in maple imperial stout with coffee and cinnamon.
God, I would love that.
Brewed with loads of roasted and black malts, coffee, cinnamon, and a hefty dose of Vermont maple syrup, aged in American oak apple brandy barrels.
Ooh, that sounds good. And it's 10.5 by volume. Wow. Okay. Awesome.
I'd like to see, you know what I do like to see, and I go to Untapped very often because I like to see the appearance of the beer. I like to see how the beer looks itself. That's just me personally. So they have
the actual in the actual glass, but it's not showing us that there.
Yeah. That's just my personal preference.
I would like that too, Legendary Tanner, because then you know if it's dark or if it looks like a Indian Pale Ale.
Imperial Stout with chocolate tart cherry. You like that cherry wood.
Yes, I do, Legendary Tanner. I do.
Brewed with loads of dark malts and hefty dose of Vermont maple syrup, then fermented with Montmorency tart cherry juice and cacao.
Hell yeah!
It's rich and Stout features notes of dark fruit and chocolate, perfect for sipping and pairing.
And it's 10% by 0.1 or whatever it is.
10.1. Yeah.
Yeah,
ABV.
exactly. Thank you.
Have this 2022 beer release calendar.
Okay, let's see what it's all about. Let's do Tanner.
Things are released. Sip of Sunshine year round, little sip.
Yeah, of course.
Crackdown Pills year round, Super Session. Number 3, Comet is released this time. Super Session IPA. This time. Number 4 is in January. Hopzilla you can get from January to February. So this is pretty cool. I like this.
But I would love to try all those beers that we saw, Legendary Tanner. We're going to have to hunt that down because we are beer reviewers, as you know, and everybody else on this panel. I would love to do that.
Now let's go to visit.
Okay.
All right. Swing by our place. We're glad to have you back. So they show their hours. They show you what's on draft. Pricing. Well, they got pricing. What's on draft. I do like to see that. I'm not going to lie.
Awesome beans.
I'm walking into how much I'm going to pay for beer when I walk into your brewery. When it's on
Yeah,
draft.
but you always can ask, Legendary Tanner. You can always ask them.
Yeah, you can always ask, but it's nice to know what you can just pull it up on your phone. You don't have to ask any questions. And this is nice, I would say.
True that, Legendary Tanner.
So they do a lot of 6 ounce, 16 ounce, 10 ounce, 12 ounces. All right. Nice little range there. They got some other stuff that's not on the website. So some stuff you can get at the brewery. Wines and ciders. So you can get some wines and ciders.
Oh, wine.
If you bring someone who's not a beer fan, like possibly like your wife or something, you can bring them there and they can have some wines and ciders.
Nice.
Cool. Non-alcoholic, maybe I don't know if it's a kid-friendly brewery, but if you got some kids there and that maybe eat some food and stuff, they can have some other drinks. Light fare, what is this? Oh, the food. Okay.
Yeah, Bumpy likes to know about that. And
All right, I'll leave that up for a second. All right, so they got some pretzels, the full Monty. Everything on the cheese plate plus Babbitt's table cured. I don't even know what the hell that is. Sucks.
I never heard of it, Legendary Tanner.
But is that cheese? I have no idea. Is that like a cheese board? Is that like a charcuterie board? I think so. Another cheese board, strawberry salad, roulette.
Ooh, strawberry salad. Sounds good.
Shoulder and belly confit roulette served with cornicons, mustard and crackers, pickle bowl, jackfruit sliders, slow cooked cold jackfruit and a zesty barbecue sauce with bread and butter pickles, pickled red onion and black pepper cabbage slaw, green bean salad, some hummus, and here are the click your favorite brewer to learn more. We have another selection from the available retail store.
Oh, new selection. All right.
Let's go over these quick. I think it's all the same. Let's look at the shop really quick. All right. So here's the merchandise. So you can get some long sleeves, jackets, shirts.
I'm assuming you'll be ordering some, right, Legendary Tanner?
That's not bad. $10. Yeah, maybe. Sunglasses, some hats.
If they have Sip of Sunshine sweatshirts, and T-shirts, I can see you ordering that. But if they don't have it, then it's a waste of time.
There you go. Nice little glass.
Oh, what the hell is that with the freaking sticks?
Tap handles.
Oh, well, that would be good for you, Legendary Tanner. Oh, hold on, Legendary Tanner. They actually have a sweatshirt with Sip of Sunshine. That would be good for us. Yeah. That's freaking amazing. I would love to have that. Especially, I love Sip of Sunshine anyway. I'll have to order that stuff. How much is it? Holy shit.
$48 for the jersey.
Oh, God. I would still get it because I like the beer.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. We'll back up.
Let's see what other stuff they have. Oh, they have Lawson's
koozies, some tote bags,
Oh yeah.
a bandana. Where's the
Well,
blanket? Get yourself a little necklace.
oh, they got the Sip of Sunshine. What is that one?
A beach towel, $25.
Nice. Nice.
Big
I'm
blanket.
pretty sure you'll order one in the next couple of days. Oh, you got a frisbee. You got a
Yeah, frisbee. A $20 frisbee.
that would be good for drunk one because he likes to eat on the
That's
frisbee.
pretty spendy for a frisbee there. All right. So we'll go. Oh, they do have a blanket. It's $55.
What Sip of Sunshine blanket? Wow.
LFL blanket, $55. It's a lot of
Wow.
money. All right, we'll go over to the about. Scroll through
Well,
this.
we'll make sure you order that stuff,
I'll
Tanner.
read their about us and their mission. All right, let me read this really quick. Lawson's Finest Liquids was founded in 2008 in Warren, Vermont as one BBL home-based brewery. Fans quickly sought out our beer, prompting an expansion in 2011. 2011 to a 7 BBL system. And the launch of our flagship IPA, Sip of Sunshine, in 2014. There you go.
Exactly.
Lawson's Finest opened our destination brewery, taproom, and retail store in Waitsfield in 2008, finally giving us space to welcome visitors. Our beers can be found in 9 states across the Northeast. To learn more about the epic origin story, check out our history page.
And what do they say about the corona? What do they say about the pandemic? They're back to where they were.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I don't see that right now. Hold on, Alex. One second.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was just asking.
Oh, you're good. No worries, man. It says our mission: we craft and deliver the finest and freshest beer possible to delight our fans and to cultivate healthy, vibrant communities. Our vision: we will leave the planet a better place by leading with our values, employing sustainable business practices, and giving generously to benefit people and the environment. So and they have all this other stuff. All right, news. Look at the news.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm sorry. I'm weird like that.
No, you're good. So they have some different brews.
Ooh. What's the boots all about? Oh, that's a
Sunshine Fund this April. We are thrilled to support 2 amazing local organizations. March Brews, February Brews. There's some news. And they have other pages. All right.
Well,
So-
no more. I guess they're not talking about the pandemic. That's good. That's good news. Cheers.
Now, looking at the website and from what you guys have paid for your beers. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Lizzie Tanner. Or Bumpy, whoever said that.
Oh, I didn't even notice we had a lot of comments over here. I didn't even notice them.
Well, you were up in ass. Now, you were up in your ass now, Gators, Tanner. That's how it goes.
I appreciate that, Bounty. And I appreciate Miscellaneous for saying that. Thank you. Bounty Raid. Last beer, how you doing? Beer Man, howdy. Cheers, y'all. Subbing up. Thank you. Appreciate that, King Cobra.
Oh, King Cobra, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't heard from you in a while. King Cobra, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was friends with him for a while. From legendary Kyle. Yep, exactly. Thank you, legendary Bummy.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that.
King Cobra, you can join the link if you want. If the legendary Tanner has it.
All right. So we'll go around the panel and final thoughts, ratings for Lawson's Finest Liquids. Bumpy, you want to start us off?
Legendary Bumpy.
Well, I mean, they have a nice website. Didn't really show a lot about the brewery itself. No real photos of the brewery.
Well,
It
that's
looks
true.
like their food menu is basically just, here's a quick snack, get the fuck out. You're not staying here and eating.
Get the fuck out, Bumpy.
You're having beers, you know. I don't know. Overall, as a brewery, I don't like it when breweries. I don't like it when breweries do this whole thing where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna start contract brewing, and they're gonna take over half of our stuff. We're just gonna basically pay them to brew our beers." we'll just handle like little small batch stuff instead of like expanding on their own brewery at the location it's at, or opening it up in the same state type deal, and just you start off small and you get larger. You should. I really think the brewery should stay to sticking to brewing their own products and not
for sure.
letting some other shitty brewery do it. Yeah. Oh, here's our recipe. You guys are going to take care of it, right? Yeah, because we brew the greatest beers in the world. Because we don't. We're going to piss in our beer too. We're going to piss in your beer and piss in our beer, and everybody's going to get pissed. I don't know. Overall, for Lawson's, the brewery itself, I'd probably score it like around 87 splashing in my mind. I'll do an 87.
Right around there.
Even though they did have that awesome rain jacket biker jersey that Alex wanted so bad.
Right.
It's like some biker shirt that looked like it was made out of some type of like condom.
Hey, they had a $55 blanket. You were walking away. They got it's not $100 blanket. You got to give them a point for that.
Yeah.
We've looked at brewery reviews during our brewery reviews. We've looked at blankets from breweries, and they want $100 for a blanket.
Well, I'll have you order, Tanner. I wouldn't mind having this.
I'm not paying $100 for a blanket.
I'm not paying $50 for a blanket.
Yeah, exactly.
Lie to me, YouTubers. Don't you lie to me.
Right, we got a 87 from Bumpy for the brewery. Excuse me. What's your final thoughts rating for the brewery there, Alex?
Well, I had to go to bed, and that's why I left.
No worries.
Yeah. I'll give it a 90. It's a good brewery, but it would be nice if they maybe $8, $9, $10 or $20 for a blanket or anything of their merchandise. But the beers, again, I don't know. I haven't tried the second variants of it. So the brewery itself, like I said, gives it a 90. And I'm looking forward to doing some examinations with you guys with the other beers or anything that we can get from Lawson's Finest Liquids. So we'll go from there for that moment. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers.
What are you thinking over there, Josh?
Let's say Josh.
It's hard to rate their brewery because this is the only beer I had from them.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's
So
based on basically what you saw off the website there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean the website was great. You know, they had a lot of beers that I'd be interested to try. You know, there's a lot of hype for this beer right here, but I mean, came out years and years ago. So I mean, like Tanner was saying, you know, different styles of beer out there now. You know, you get the New England style type stuff, and that same thing with, you know, going back to like Heady Topper and stuff like that. You know.
Legendary, Josh, I've heard that Heavy Topper and all that are the original New England IPAs. I don't know if that's true because
that's what that's what they you know, they claim that's what they say
that's
drink
what they claim.
because when that type of style came out, you know, they're saying like drink from the can because people would pour it in a glass or whatever, and they'd look at the color of it, and then they'd be like, oh, this looks like a terrible beer, you know, just based off the
I mean, it is a New England IPA, but in my opinion,
He's talking about the focal bangers and the
I'm also talking about this too. I'm also talking about this too, Legendary.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure when this came out, you know, people were. This was a hard beer to get back in the day, you know, a couple years ago.
But Josh, don't get me wrong. If it was a New England IPA, it would say New England IPA. Although I've dealt with India Pale Ales that does have a similar New England IPA look. If you obviously seen that, so I don't know. Who
Yeah,
knows?
but
This is a little
that's
baby dog.
the New England IPA type.
Embarrassed.
You know,
You get what I'm spraying.
is fairly new.
Right,
when
exactly.
stuff like
Exactly.
this and like heady topper and stuff like that wasn't even like a term. You know, it was just kind of like a. Well, I mean, I guess maybe it was a term, but they didn't print it on the label and say like
As New England IPA, yeah,
New England
exactly.
IPA.
Mhm.
You know, this is a New England IPA because people are like, what do you mean a New England IPA? But for first time having it, sip of sunshine, I would like to see what it tasted like years ago, but obviously it's not the case.
Yeah.
But for what it is,
Probably the same thing. We just don't know because we never tried it years ago.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
with the website and everything they have to offer, I mean, like I said, the availability is pretty scarce. Like I said, we don't get this in my area.
You got it where
Yeah,
you
in
were when
Pennsylvania,
you were
yeah.
around
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that, I mean, the availability is
Fool
not
me,
too,
Josh.
not too crazy, but I mean, who knows? I mean, if they're brewing out of 2 roads, I mean, you think they'd have crazier distro, but I'll give it. I mean, this one was an 80, but with everything involved, I'll give it an 85 with everything involved. Like I
But
said,
Josh, if you do come up here to hang out with me and stuff like that, would you get that again?
Like I said, Alex, there's so many great beers out there.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
Well,
like
you
I
know
said,
how I
I've
know?
had it. I got a 4-pack of it. I got 3 cans. I mean,
Yeah, I have
I didn't pay
one
what
for
you guys are paying. It was decently priced, like
$18. I
13
paid
something like that. I paid for this 4-pack.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at
You know
all.
how I know it's not a beer that I would bring to hang out with you, Alex?
Go ahead, legendary Tanner.
You didn't give it 100.
I gave it a 98, didn't I? Or 90, 90.
90, yeah.
I think you gave
But
it.
I mean, to
98.
be honest with
I
you,
gave
I
it a
mean,
90.
Smack you.
like I was going back to the dogfish thing. I think I would pick like
You're one of those hype bringers.
like a 60-minute, like a 90-minute over something like this.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I agree.
But don't get me wrong, Tanner and Josh. I will try to get the other ones to try with you. That will be freaking amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I said, I probably should have picked up the Pilsner or the little sip or whatever. But
Exactly. The blue can.
I just got this because I never had it, and I heard that how I got swept up in the hype, and first time seeing it, so I was like, give this one.
Again, it's a good beer.
Yeah, it's a good beer. It's not,
It's just not New England IPA style. It's a West Coast.
Yeah, it's
least
one of
mine.
those old. It's one of those old school style IPAs that came around that before, like the New England style type.
Yeah, which I don't get because a New England IPA would be a yellow, juicy.
Yeah, it's a haze,
You know, and a haze. Exactly. This is no haze.
But
This is-
I mean, if somebody saw this and never had it, pick it up. So
yeah, it's a good beer.
Try it out. Try it out. Yeah, for sure. Try it out.
So, but
Oh, yeah.
that's my final thoughts. So.
Sorry, I talk people's ears off, but I'm just saying.
No worries, Alex. No worries. You have a lot of input on your opinion, and that's great for something like this.
Yeah, but I'm trying to please my peeps. My
Also,
people.
it's great, but you having your opinion and you asking people questions is definitely very. It contributes to the show a lot. So
Exactly.
don't ever apologize for talking too much. All right.
Yeah, I do talk a lot. Don't get me wrong.
No worries, man. So for me, I'm gonna give Lawson's Finest Liquids. I'm gonna give them a 88. With that being said, maybe it's because sometimes doing these brewery reviews, you look at a lot of different breweries, and I will say the variety of brews is not as diverse as other breweries. Like Bumpy said, I also interpreted like the food menu and stuff. The food menu is
God, you're making me. I'm gonna eat something.
there's no pictures of the brewery. So if you go there, you don't really know what you're expecting. Like I've said with other breweries, Their pricing is a little bit higher for something of their quality. They're kind of still riding that hype train, even though they kind of dialed back a little bit. From what I've had, they're decent. They're decent brews. They're not mind blowing. They're not world class brews. But yeah, I think, like I said, what did I say? 88. Yeah. So I think that's pretty fair. The website itself is a little difficult. It's not difficult to navigate through. You can get through it easily. But as far as getting an impression of a beer, and knowing what you're stepping into, they're a little vague. Like I said, they don't have much of a variety that we see nowadays with some other breweries, where they just have this wide range variety. They do have some exclusive stuff that if you like went to the brewery, you could try.
But you can't get it here.
You don't really know what you're walking into. So when you're looking at a brewery, right, and you're saying, so let's say I wanted to take a vacation to Lawson's Finest Liquids.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be this badass brewery where it's a very warming environment and all this and that. I'd like to see that on people's websites.
And you don't know that because you didn't
into.
see the actual brewery. You didn't see
Yes.
that's the annoying part.
That was kind of my and I always bring that back. Like I said, availability over here is decent. A decent amount of their product. I would like to see a little bit more wide range of product, and the fact that they're like contract brewing with two roads, like Bumpy said,
That's an issue. I mean,
probably should stick to doing their own thing. I don't know if it was a money issue where maybe it was getting too expensive for them to do it themselves, and now they're having other people,
possibility,
which could possibly be the case. The hype was up, hype died down, and now they're not necessarily as big as they were before. So maybe that's the reason why they're kind of contract brewing, stuff like that. But this is
Tanner. I don't want to.
My phone actually died. Do you guys have you one of you guys want to do your calculator? Does anybody get a calculator on it?
Let's read Bumpy. Let's read Josh. One is.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you want to do that for me really quick?
There you go. Thank you.
We had a 87 from Bumpy, so 87 plus 90 from Alex, plus 85 from you, Josh, and a 88 from me. Then you're going to divide that by 4, and that's going to be the average rating.
And Tanner, what I'm trying to say is that it is crazy. These breweries are awesome, but like I said, what I was about to say, I hope they get better. And what I was about, what you just said, Two Roads Brewery.
What was it? What was it, Josh?
So if you add 87 plus 90, 85, and 88 divided by 4, it's 284.
Divided by 4.
Yeah.
How can it be more?
That's right. That's what I did.
Now you got to get. What happened there?
All right. So what do you want? What do you want?
So take everyone's scores and divide it by 4 people.
I'll say something when you go.
Yeah, hit the equal button.
You should get a number between.
All right. So what was it? I scored it 86 or 87.
87. Now divide that by 4.
What?
Yeah.
What is going
Plus
on?
90 plus 85.
Let's say Bumpy's thing.
87 plus 90 plus 85 plus 88 divided by 4 is
88 equals 350 divided by 4.
What's the
87.5.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
The equals button. Otherwise, it's going to take the division of the first one.
Yeah,
first.
so we'll round up. We'll go to the. What do you guys want to do? You want to round up, round down? What are we doing?
Well, I was always told once you reach the 5th that you should round up.
Okay, so we'll go for 88 out of 100 for Lawson's Finest Liquids. Not a bad score. Like I said.
Well, I was about to ask you, Tanner. Do you think it's wrong that
I don't know what that did.
what's it called? Two Roads Brewing is doing a clad or whatever they're
Like
doing.
12%.
I just want your opinion on that
Like
one.
sometimes 12% beers.
They're contracting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which in essence, sometimes contracting with other people doesn't work out so well.
Okay.
What rather than you doing it yourself. Sometimes, no offense to Two Roads or whatever, sometimes you give people your recipe and you tell them to make your product for you. Sometimes it doesn't go as well as you personally doing it yourself and trying to get that 100% good product.
It would be like if Modest Man all of a sudden said, "Hey, we can't keep up with supply and demand on Center of Attention Mega."
And they have another brewery.
Hey, Bumpy, here's our recipe. Can you brew it for us?
Yeah.
It's not gonna fucking turn out the same. I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
My water profile and everything's not the same.
It's only going to turn out the same if it's the actual brewery from that brewery.
Yeah.
And the attention to
Sending out
detail.
to that beer.
All it takes is whatever. It's just not. There's not the love. You're not putting the love into it when it's not.
The
done.
love. Give me the
Don't
love.
get me wrong, though.
You have
Don't-
less care. You're just kind of like, whatever. We're just fucking brewing some other person's recipe again. Whatever.
Well,
If you really want to wow people, I mean, you're
water
putting it like,
profile.
oh, is it done right?
Yeah.
Is it done right?
yeah.
Yeah, and also,
That's-
like you said, the water profile could be very different, and that could definitely alternate a beer.
Yeah.
Again, when I was at Massachusetts a year ago, I did not go to Lawson's Finest Liquors, which I should have done. And don't get me wrong,
Well, Massachusetts and
Well, they're
Vermont
not
are
in
two
Massachusetts,
different
yeah.
places.
I know, but I'm saying it's in your area, not in Massachusetts. In your
It's
area,
still
It's in
another
Vermont.
few hour drive.
Yeah.
And that's true. And don't get me wrong, if I do go up there with you, Bumpy, I will go with you to the actual brewery because then I'll know. Okay,
All right.
not so cool if you're not. If
So
you're
are
sending
you renting the limousine that's going to drive us there?
Right.
Or
What,
fucking
Uber
drive
XL?
Well,
to
if
Vermont?
I'm monetized, I'll be able to do that.
Oh boy.
But if I'm not monetized, I won't. But
No
if
worries,
I am,
buddy. We'll be
I
hanging
will.
out off there if you want to come and hang out with us afterwards.
Yeah.
So we got our rating for the brewery.
Sorry,
88.
I'm a talker.
Alex, don't worry about it, man. Appreciate you being here. So we got our rating for the brewery, 88 out of 100 for Lawson's Finest Liquids. So that's the average of the panel. Really do appreciate everybody showing their opinion and throwing out the ratings for the beers and stuff. Now we're just let's Bumpy, I think, kind of stepped away. Let's do shout out.
My brother. I didn't mean to drive you nuts.
Let's do some shout outs. Bumpy's back. Okay. Let's do some shout outs. Not to rush people, but let's do some shout outs and kind of wrap this up. We are going an hour and a half. It's almost 10:40.
Hey, we're having fun, Legendary Tanner.
Yeah, I know. We wanna hang out off air for a little bit, don't we?
Well, the 62 is still going too, so.
So let's do some shout outs and we'll wrap it up for the night and we'll let Alex Beermaster sign us out. So
All right.
Well,
Well, I'm going to start off with promos. I'll do one quick shout out. Promos, real quick. I got my 50-point inspection videos. I put them out on Wednesdays and Fridays. So the one that I put out today was a collaboration between Abomination Brewing Company and Beer Zombies Brewing out of California. Now, unfortunately, it is brewed through the 12% project, which is a lot like Two Roads to me. But
help me.
maybe a little bit better. They do have some decent stuff, and it was a decent beer. But if you want to check that video out, it is out. It's been out since 10 o'clock this morning, so you can check that out. Coming up Friday, I have another beer that was beer mailed to me from Miscellaneous Brewery Review. So cheers to him. Check out his channel as well.
Andrew.
He actually was part of the whole raid thing and everything in here earlier. Another Boulevard brew. So if you want to see me absolutely drooling over a beer, check that out on Friday. And
Bumpy, you're a trip. Drooling over a beer.
Yeah. And then
I love you, Bumpy.
yeah,
Sorry.
live stream I do on Monday. It's called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. My channel, Bumpy Road Brewery, and just bring a new beer that you've never had, and bring questions as well. Also, the chat, bring questions. Your question may end up as part of the show, as I always say. And yeah, my one real quick shout out besides miscellaneous there. Cheers to him, but that beer man who was on with us a bit earlier.
Where
He dropped, but I'm just gonna shout out his beer and cheese coming up on Tuesday. So he does his live stream beer and cheese. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 3 hours, whatever, on the West Coast for that show. And it's a 3 and 3 that he's been doing recently. Sometimes, occasionally, he'll do an open table, bring whatever you want. But his 3 and 3 choice for this upcoming Tuesday for the beers, it's either a black IPA, a Berliner Weiss, or any lager. For the cheeses, your choices are, he must have been stuck on M's, because Manchego, Munster, and then just any budget cheese. So a budget cheese would be like those ones where you buy they're kind of pre-wrapped, like sliced and stuff typically, or they might be already like in the little cube type. Just whatever you think is kind of
like
budget
the
on the
grocery
cheese
store brand, right? Grocery store brand.
Yeah, that, or the pre-sliced stuff, that you might buy for like burgers. Don't go over by the deli. If you're getting deli cheese, that's totally different. And it's definitely not going to be like Bella Vitani, So, yeah, you might get something that's like Shaw's brand, Hannaford Brothers, Stop and Shop, whatever you have,
Bobby, what's the cheese I
or
need
the Great Value or Surefine. Those are other brands, that are out there as well. So,
hey, Bobby, what's beer I need to bring for cheese if I just do that?
There's black IPA.
Okay, it's easy. Black IPA.
There is. I just closed it. I just said it and I closed it.
Sorry,
Berliner Weiss or just any lager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I mean, any lager. Budweiser is a lager.
Yeah, you could do like a Pilsner too, because Pilsner is considered a lager, right?
That's true. That's what the legendary Bumpy said.
Yeah, there's two. There's two types of beers, which you have your types as being ale or lager. Even if you brought, let's say you brought a Baltic Porter. Now, most Baltic Porters, I think that they did get away with maybe brewing a couple that were ales, but most Baltic Porters are going to be lagers. So you can actually bring a Baltic Porter as a lager.
Like the framing hammers.
Yeah.
Those are technically lagers, right?
Yep. So you have those types of beers, and then you have the different styles. So you have the styles within different types. So then you have different styles of lagers, which you do have pilsners, you do have lagers, you have, there's Czech styles, there's German styles, there's American styles, adjuncts, everything else you can squeeze in there.
Yeah.
It's all based off between ales and lagers. It's all based off the type of yeast that's used. So.
True that.
Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers,
That's
man. All right, cool. Alex, what do you got going for you?
Well, Food Friday, we're doing cheeseburger quesadillas and any beer around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Because my sister, I didn't tell you this earlier, but my sister did this a long time ago, and I figured, hey, let's do a Food Friday. quesadilla cheeseburger. Now, if I don't have one, I'm still gonna host it because it's still my channel. I'm still gonna honor because that's just me. But I'm supposed to hoping to have it. So either way, I'm still gonna please my peeps, and that's just how I am. That's how I am. I love my people, and I want to honor them.
Alex, I got a helpful hint for you.
Go ahead.
Get your aunt if she can. Like if you're not going to have somebody that's going to make this for you, if there's no restaurant.
She did say she's gonna do that. She did say.
Well, I was just going to say, have her stop by McDonald's, get you a cheeseburger from McDonald's, and then have her stop by Taco Bell and get a quesadilla from Taco Bell, and then you just have your cheeseburger quesadilla. There you go.
Well, I'll be talking to her tomorrow, so I'll see if I can do that. If not, she will do that for me, the quesadilla stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. The quesadilla cheeseburger, quesadilla Big Mac. I don't care. I'm gonna
Now,
enjoy.
would you also allow, if somebody doesn't like cheese, would you allow hamburger quesadilla?
Oh yes,
With no cheese.
so they don't stress themselves out. I am a little strict, but at the same time, I want to honor people. So if they don't like the cheese, I want them to be happy. So I would have them have a quesadilla burger if they want.
Now,
Because-
Alex, I got a cool suggestion for you.
Go ahead.
You don't have to do it. Me and my girlfriend were talking today, and we were talking about Food Friday.
Oh, I'll have to meet your girl, but I don't know her
I
yet.
think it would be really cool, and she was saying this to me. It would be really cool if you did like a nationality inspired Food Friday where you bring a food based off your nationality or your ethnicity.
And nationality. That sounds good.
If you're Italian, you bring some Italian dish. If you're Portuguese, you bring some Portuguese dish. You know, kind of that style. I think that would be awesome if you did a show like that where
We could do that. The following
if
Friday.
each panel member pick their nationality. They pick something from their nationality and they bring something of their ethnic background and bring that as a food and pair it with a beer. I think that would be pretty cool.
That will be good. I think I'll do that after next.
Yeah, no rush. I just thought that was a cool idea.
I don't want to say your girl's name because we're live, but yeah, your girlfriend is correct on that. And I think the following Friday we're going to do Sloppy Joe, and I think the following Friday we'll do what your girlfriend has done. That would be good because
That would be really cool.
national your heritage, I guess. Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
So
I'll be bringing a bunch of garbage because I'm white trash.
No, but your girl is awesome on that, and I appreciate that. Hoping I'll meet her again, and I will thank her for
Garbage sandwich.
that. So I again, I don't want to say her name, so
No worries, man.
I'm looking forward to doing that. So after next Friday, we'll do international.
Hey, Alex, you know my girlfriend. She's done reviews with me before. She's on my channel. I'll off fair. I'll show you a video of me and her. We did a couple. I think we did maybe like some seltzer and.
When I tried to meet her the other day, she was hiding under her computer, so I don't know. I'm not playing.
Usually it's under the blanket, but
No, it wasn't a blanket. It was a computer.
under the computer.
Wow, I never hit it with the computer.
You got any other shout outs for there, Alex? You got anything else
Other
you wanna
than
shout
that,
out?
I'm looking forward to doing the girlfriend, the girlfriend thing for your the food stuff.
Shit.
I'm looking forward to that with her ideas. Looking forward to that.
He's
But
doing
beyond
your
that,
girlfriend.
don't forget John and Ellie, which will be Georgia Beer Reviews. He's going to be doing Stout Sundays around 7:00 or 7:30 this month because obviously we're in June. So hoping that he'll be doing that around 7:00, 7:30. Get your stouts on and get your porters on. And that's it. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
And Tanner, sorry to make you laugh, but that is true. I'm just trying to say,
It's your dear.
You're perfectly fine, Alex. No worries.
too many
brother.
beers.
Everybody knows what you're saying. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
what-
exactly. Thank you.
Everybody gets what you're putting down.
Exactly.
All right,
All right,
John.
shout outs for me. Beer Bowl discussions this Sunday. I'm back. Episode 9, I believe. 9 or 10. I gotta go back.
I don't know. I'll have to go back to that.
So, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Last Beer. Open up I'll do a little beer review in the beginning, and kind of open up the panel, do a talk about craft beer, and then just kind of like a hangout session. Philly Crooker 87 is my Instagram. A lot of the beers I'm drinking post on there. Got a little show and tell here. I gotta get through these imprint beers. So I got the
Imprint. Good
imprint
beer.
best state. So this is the Imperial Stout with chocolate hazelnut mousse with cream cheese.
Josh.
13%.
Crazy, dude.
I also
Cream cheese
got
seems
this
to be a
one.
new thing that they're putting in beers. 'Cause I
Oh,
haven't-
Josh.
Yeah, that was my. That was this. The Ouzo Pinch. I had the cream cheese beer.
Yeah, that's a big thing. All those adjuncts. Oh, is that the used guys one? Or no, that's a
Yeah,
different.
these guys. Yeah,
Yeah, that one's
that's
good.
really good beer.
I'm
too.
interested in this one. So this is another imprint one. This is the so they did this. I don't know how to really say that. This Sith something, but this is the Mexican version.
Josh.
Art or bottle art. So it's an imperial stout with marshmallow, cinnamon, ancho, gorilla, bunch of peppers. Says extremely hot, 12%. There's only six check-ins for this beer on Untitled.
I'm interested in that one.
Josh, because you're getting imprint. I haven't tried those beers yet. I've tried imprint.
You owe me too, Josh. Where's my beer mail?
Exactly.
There's not even any ratings on this. I was looking this
Thank
up
you,
on
Bumpy.
not YouTube on Google. There's like 6 check-ins for this beer. There's no rating for it. Hopefully it's not. Somebody said I've seen some of the comments that said hot as shit. So we'll see. What is that? Is that? Oh, I like that.
That's
label.
crazy looking.
Oh, wait a minute. That looks like Fidel Castro with a beer.
That's cool. Huh?
Yeah, this would be my beer for multi money for new brew.
New brew, exactly.
And then I got one more. So I picked this up.
Josh.
So this is from Surly. This is their Darkness 2021 Russian Imperial Stout. Yeah, I never had this. I heard good things about Surly. The Darkness is 12% Russian Imperial.
Josh, make sure you save that for me and you to drink.
So yeah, cool bottle art on this guy. But yeah, a little show and tell.
Josh, I want you to save that for me and you to review, along with the other beer I have you said, yeah.
Oh, the Firestone Walker.
Exactly. Stouts are delicious. You know that.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring this on New Brew. I don't know. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, dude.
Even though it says extremely hot.
Yeah.
Well, at least on New Brew now you get to actually talk about your beers.
And yes, exactly, let's say Bumpy. Exactly.
Or this one. The other
Tell me, Josh.
loose one. So, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff I got to get through. I got to buy a new fridge. I got to buy a third fridge to get.
Maybe a fourth fridge because you need to buy some beer for us to review, brother.
So, cheers to you, Tanner. Thanks for having me. Great show.
And don't forget to sign the adoption papers for me,
Oh my God, that's even weirder.
so I can finally call you daddy.
I'm like a daddy, Bumpy. Daddy.
I still gotta drink that Black Tuesday bottle. It's a big old boy, 19 and a half.
Josh, you can hold on that too.
That's a lot of alcohol. Anyways,
Josh,
appreciate you, Tanner. Thanks for having me.
Josh,
Cheers, bro. Thanks for being here, man.
Josh, I'm saying you can do that with the other beer with me as well. Always fake.
Oh, all 3 of those beers? That's a lot.
Why not?
right.
You're Josh the beer master like me.
Do them
Cheers.
all at once.
Yeah.
No, not
God.
exactly.
All right. Yeah. Let me just shout out to the chat. We had Chatty-O in here.
I
Wish I
surrender.
had this beer. Yeah, Chatty-O.
Love you,
If
Josh.
we ever do any brewery reviews, you're more than welcome to come on here and hang out with us, like we had Beer Man earlier tonight. Bounty by Observation. He said, cheers. Josh was in the chat talking to Bounty. We had King Cobra come over here as well. Cheers, y'all.
King Cobra.
Cheers.
Poker Booster. Bounty Rage.
Cheers, Poker.
Bounty. And then Bounty by Observation did say Miscellaneous Magnet Trade. Miscellaneous said you were awesome. I took his word for it, and I believe him now. I love y'all. Mean it. I do appreciate that. And cheers to you, Miscellaneous, for coming over here and for shouting us out when you're hanging out with your other buddies.
I thought Andrew was
appreciate you doing that.
I guess not.
Beer Man was in the chat, chatting up with everybody. We had Cheryl Crawford in here. Cheers, Miscellaneous. She said, cheers, Miss. So I said, cheers again.
Appreciate you, Josh.
And busting chops. And I was telling Miscellaneous to come over, but he was kind of popping back in. Definitely no worries. Cheryl Crawford was in here. She said, cheers to all of us.
Cheers.
So shout out to me. Saturday, I'll be doing my Rate That Beer, open panel live beer community beer reviews. But before my show, make sure to check out Beer Man. He's going to be doing his open panel.
Exactly. Brewery.
His live stream of his brewery. That is going to be it's the live opening of his brewery. He's going to be showing off his brewery. So definitely check that out.
And you can hang out and drink some beers with the legendary Beer Man.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll be there. Like I said, my girlfriend's I said this off air. Actually, my girlfriend is going to be going on a little bit of
vacation
this weekend, so I will be around. I'm going to try to hit up Food Friday, and then I'm going to be there for Beer Man and support him and check out his brewery. I'm super excited to see that. That's fucking awesome.
How many days your girl will be away? Just a couple days, or?
Yeah, just a couple days. But also, Beer Man is I Like Your Style Wednesday, and that'll be Austin Power Gold.
Austin Powers.
So grab a beer that's reminds you of that movie. And also shout out to Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. He's also doing an examination with Beer Man Thursday. So go check that out as well. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Shout out to Thomas Mello 75, Eric Massachusetts Beer Reviews. He does Wildcard Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. And who else? FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike. And appreciate everybody being on the panel tonight. Thank you very much, Bumpy Road Brewery. Alex the Beer Master, Last Beer, and Beer Man was here. So cheers to all you guys, and thanks for hanging out with me. And thanks for doing this brewery review. I really do appreciate you guys being on here and hanging out with us. So in honor of having the legendary Alex Beer Master with us tonight, we're gonna let him sign us off. So cheers, guys, and we'll let Alex do his thing.
All right. This is Alex Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex Beer Master signing out. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.